Good morning and welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Norman, also known as King Julian. Welcome on some of the new subscribers and the new viewers. You guys are what makes this worthwhile, and I enjoy doing this for y'all. So I got up this morning because I fixed to start working on this piece. As we get closer to finishing this up, which hopefully we'll be able to finish it up here shortly, but we'll have to do some of this stuff at home to finish it up once all the pieces are put together and assembled and the base is built. So we'll have to do some reassembly and some little bit of rock work in there after it's home. Everything goes good, I'll be at home tomorrow or Tuesday. So this morning I was kind of working on my washing technique, what they call a wash effect, and started playing around with some colors. Sorry, tea. Absolutely love tea. So what I came up with was these little test squares I did. Now this one right here, I don't know how well you can see it, but that is just straight uh, burnt umber paint that I diluted down, watered down, and used it as a wash on it. And that's pretty nice. It works out pretty good. And it's okay. So that's a possibility. Let's see where I put my marker at. There it is. So we're going to give that one like a question mark on it. Okay? So we're going to make that kind of questionable whether or not we're going to use it. Now this one right here was just straight black watered down. Yep, as you can see, sometimes the black still wants to run. For some reason, the black takes longer to dry up. But there you go. So yeah, this was just a black wash straight over the gray, over the gravel. Um, it looks prototypical for a mainline, especially some areas where they do have darker granite that comes in. So possible. We'll just go ahead and put another little question mark on it. Now this one right here, I kind of like as well. This one is a gray and black wash put together, and it actually gives a real prototypical grayish black look to oh like your yard areas. The blacker, I'd say, probably more efficient. Um, but this kind of gives like a heavy usage look. I do kind of like that look, but not for what I'm doing. So we'll go ahead and put this down as a first choice on the test piece. Each one of these test pieces only took me a couple of minutes to make. That's the reason I didn't film them. Here's one I did. This is the gray, which is called, it's right here, little bottle. You can get them in bigger bottles, but at that time, that's all that they had. Timeless Gray. It is made by Plaid. You get it at the Arts and Crafts section over at Walmart. Very cheap, 99 cents for that little bottle. Bigger bottles, I think, are like, well, like this one right here, the burnt umber. This one I think was like $2, $2.50, something like that. Not much. And it's the Plaid apple barrel for those of you wanting to know. Okay, back to the test piece. Um, oh, and they do have other colors, black, a lot of different colors. This one I did a gray and umber wash on, and what I liked about this one gave the appearance of maybe like a new fresh laid track area. So watch the water because yeah. but this gave the appearance I was looking for. It kind of gave you a multi-surface, kind of like what you see a lot of the railroads today, where the rock has that multicolored look in it. It comes out for the granite. Uh, what spurred this idea was when I delivered that 80-foot railroad railing in West Chicago. Was I was looking for a way to bring it more realistic, and as I talked with the railroad workers, learned a lot of stuff out there that like roadbed. There's multiple different categories of rock that they get, such as your D rock. Well, your D rock is usually used for mainline, and it can be a different color depending on what quarry it comes out of, which was really interesting to find out because I always thought they used areas in multiple states or whatever, which they do, but they primarily try to stick to one quarry in that area, or with a tri-state or multiple state area. Then they have what they call C rock. C rock is typically used more for your yards and switching areas, your heavy switches. Now, what he did tell me was that they will use the D rock underneath the switches and the C rock under the tracks in the yard. So that was interesting to learn. The other thing that he was saying was they have a B rock. And I looked at him kind of funny and went, a B rock? And he goes, yeah, a B rock is more of what people walk on out in the yard. And he said it's not really, it is a ballast, but it's usually what's put in between the ballast just to help block everything in. So that was really cool to learn as well. And then his A rock, of course, he said, which is a finer gravel type that they usually use around parking lots, small storage areas, stuff like that, where they're not really going to be doing a lot of traffic on. It doesn't require heavy rail, doesn't require heavy ties. So that was like really cool to learn on all that. But aside from all that, I think what I'm going to do is go with the Timeless Gray and Burnt Umber Wash. I think this will give more of the effect that I'm looking for to give it that multicolored gravel or road bed that we all see. So we're going to see how this turns out. I got to lay in some more ties. I'm going to start working on the second section back up here, the second rail. And I may have to go with just a straight umber up there on the mountain range. Because he did mention on mountain grades they do use a particular rock that doesn't have a number, doesn't have a letter or a number. So, and that is usually on mountain grades. We'll find out. But we're going to try to get this as prototypical as we can. Because once this is all put together, not only is it going to be a display piece, it's going to be a diorama, it's going to be functioning. So I want to make sure it looks as good as possible without overkilling it, All right, well, if you like what you saw, please hit like and subscribe. I do not ask for support in any ways. I do this out of fun for you, all of y'all. And I just enjoy doing this for y'all. As always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. Please, please be safe. I know it's Sunday, and for all you churchgoers out there, please be safe because I know it's going to get really busy after church. But always, please keep the shiny side up, rubber down. See you on the road.